Question Shaw on Chakta Neve Smith.
Thank you very much, Lascan Corla. And firstly, could I begin by congratulating Minister Madigan to her elevation and promotion to Cabinet as Minister for Culture, Heritage and the Gaeltacht. Minister, my question is to you if you could explain the decision to allocate €0.9 million of the Creative Ireland budget to the initiative under the heading of citizen engagement, and if you will make a statement on the matter. Thank you.
So I'll just reply to your question, Deputy Smith, and thank you for bringing it here to the House. So as part of the 2017 Creative Ireland programme, my department undertook a comprehensive citizen engagement programme, which you alluded to showcase the range and depth of Ireland's cultural and creative offering. This was to encourage participation in the arts and creative activities as a means of individual, collective and societal well-being, and also to build awareness of the Creative Ireland programme, particularly in its first year. The vision of the Creative Ireland programme is that every person in Ireland should have the opportunity to realise their full creative potential, and this represents a new approach to creativity and cultural policy, and therefore required a substantial and sustained communications programme in 2017. So a combination of approaches and platforms were used to maximise impact, taking account of the diversity of the target audiences. The development of the citizen engagement programme was very much informed by the positive experience of previous programmes, particularly the approach taken in the Ireland 2016 Centenary programme. And in addition, statistics relating to readership of national and regional newspapers, listenership to local radio and increased use of social media, particularly by younger people, all informed the choices made. The programme was also designed to have as wide a reach as possible, including in rural areas. Expenditure included supplements and resource material published in national newspapers, features in the regional press and regional broadcast media, which optimised the Creative Ireland programme, online presence via 2 bespoke websites and associated social media content. And it was also about building awareness of the programme among the Irish diaspora in the United States. In addition, the opportunity was taken in the initial year of the programme to engage and collaborate with several key cultural partners at various significant national events and festivals in order to promote the objectives of the programme and encourage deeper appreciation of the role of creativity in Irish life. It was also envisaged that where opportunity arose, the Creative Ireland programme would engage with specific initiatives throughout 2017 to communicate the objectives of the programme. So a full breakdown of how the Creative Ireland programme budget was spent in 2017, including all of the elements referred to above, is provided on my department's Creative Ireland programme website. And Deputy Smith, I think that that's available, the breakdown of that cost, if you're looking for it. Thank you, Lascan Corla.
1 minute, Deputy Smith.
Deputy Madigan, I appreciate that, and I have in front of me here the end of year report in 2017, and we can see at a very quick glance there is a huge proportion of the funds in totality spent on media and the promotion of the Creative Ireland programme, particularly under citizens' engagement. For example, in 2017 the budget of Creative Ireland was €5 million. Of this, as I've stated, €0.9 million was spent on citizens' engagement. Almost €400,000 was spent on supplements and articles in national newspapers. €245,000 on advertisements in regional papers and radio stations, €165,000 on what is described as optimising the Creative Ireland programme online presence, and €86,000 on media management fees. A further €0.6 million was spent on web and digital media content. Minister, each cent of public monies that is spent on slogans, images and social media advertising money is money directed away from the artists. And my main concern is here that the money that is for Creative Ireland is not actually reaching the artists themselves. I'd like to respond to that, please.
Ministers, 1 minute.
Thank you, Deputy Smith. I appreciate why you're asking this question, but I have to say I strongly disagree. I believe the spend is justified, particularly in the first year. I mean, this is a communication platform across the board where we wanted to actually highlight the Creative Ireland programme itself. And if you look at the breakdown for 2017 from the €5 million budget, there was, as you said, about €900,000 which went towards that citizen engagement. But also Crinan Cosca got 1,250,000. The local authority partnership was 1 million. The events, festivals and partnership were 490,000. Digital content was 400,000. International 200,000, administrative 500,000, and other initiatives 260,000. And in order for people to have creativity at the heart of policy making and for them to be aware of it, we have to highlight it, particularly in the first year. And we will be using citizen engagement again this year. Exactly how much that will be, we don't know yet. But this was a widespread communications strategy, and it was warranted and presented value for money, and we're very satisfied about that in my department.
Thank you, Minister. Final question.
Minister, you have managed to reaffirm my concerns about how the Creative Ireland monies are being spent. Almost 1 million, as you quite rightly outlined here, is media driven about the umbrella or the slogan of Creative Ireland, instead of actually reaching into the artists and the heart of what they do themselves in very restricted conditions, both in terms of money and working conditions, might I add. Your predecessor here, Minister Heather Humphreys, on her last outing here in the Dáil Chamber, really my conversation with her about that is what has, I suppose, set the platform for this discussion here today. I have concern that Creative Ireland is becoming an alternative agency for the funding of the arts, instead of having that all directed through the Arts Council, having that arm's length approach, having it independent of the government. And I would be concerned to see our Arts Council, which is the fundamental funding agency for employing our artists across the country, they got a total increase of 3 million, whereas there was 8 million set aside for Creative Ireland. And as I said, I cannot emphasise that, to me, 900,000 on advertisement is a huge proportion of your overall expenditure for Creative Ireland to go into the media.
Minister, 1 minute.
Just to reply to that, the Arts Council actually received the majority of my department's allocation, and they got 68 million, whereas Creative Ireland was only 6 million. So, and there's no. They're completely different engines. We're not a funding body in the sense that the Arts Council is.
But you have funded festivals in the past.
That was specifically in relation to grants, and you know that in relation to specific festivals. It's a very different matter. But when you're talking and you're mentioning about advertising, if I can answer your question, we're talking about high-quality resource material here, interesting articles and interviews. They're all designed to be thought-provoking and informative. So they're not simply designed just to advertise the department or the programme. They're there to showcase the range of activities and amenities, and indeed research into culture and creativity, and to encourage people to get involved. And I disagree with you strongly that the artists aren't aware of this Creative Ireland programme. That's the whole point of the citizen engagement, is to create awareness of it, together with the money that the local authorities got, I might add, which was also all the local authorities in each different constituency. The 31 of them have been using the monies that they got as well to create awareness, and it all feeds in to implement the Culture 2025 programme, which is what this Creative Ireland is all about. Lascan Corley.
And Tobin.
Lascan Corley.